Brassai was born Gayala Halaz in 1899 in Transylvania. He took his name from his birthplace, Brassau. He moved to Paris in 1924, where he showed no interest in photography until he became acquainted with André Cortez, who taught Brassai the basics of photography. Brassai began taking his own photographs in 1929. His early photographs concentrated on Montparnasse, a district of Paris known for its artists, streetwalkers, and petty criminals. In the early 1930s, Brassai photographed the nights of Paris. He documented a diverse collection of prostitutes, pimps, madams, transvestites, apaches, and assorted pleasure seekers. It was published in 1933. He struggled with technical problems with photography in dark areas and situations which he was able to solve. Sometimes the light didn't match the places he was photographing, but it was better for Brassai because of the more merciless, more descriptive effect, and was more in line with his own vision, which was extremely straightforward. This photograph is titled Bank of the Seine from 1931. In those days, no one had heard of night photography. Brassai says that he was hauled off to the police station by the patrol squad on only 3 occasions. The police refused to believe that anyone might want to take pictures by the canal at 3 a.m. and were more inclined to think he had been dumping a body into the greenish water. This photograph is particularly mysterious. Brassai was able to capture this scene during the night while the city was covered with fog, creating an eerie feeling for the viewer. The blurry, less defined reflection of the lights in the water is a nice contrast to the clearly circular-shaped lights on the bridge. This photograph is titled Bijou of Montparnasse from 1932. Quoting Brassai, "I was struck by this fantastic apparition that had sprung up out of the night, like an entomologist by a rare and monstrously beautiful insect. I had discovered what had to be the queen of Montmartre's nocturnal fauna, La Mon Bijou, Miss Diamonds. The amount of detail in this photograph truly illustrates the character of the subject. She looks to be a woman of prosperity and fortune with her pearls, diamonds, and the fur in her coat." Brassai was able to use photography to capture the detail and the true facts of his subjects. This photograph is titled Champs-Élysées from the 1930s. This photograph has a very high depth of field, extending from the arch in the far corner down the road where it disappears. It creates a sense of movement in the frame as the streetlights guide your eyes from one corner to the other. Brassai was also able to catch an immense amount of detail in the arch, as well as the buildings that line the road and on the meridian that divides the roads in half. This photograph is titled Parisian Couple at the Quarter Saisons Dance Hall in 1932. Quoting Brassai, "Unlike other cities, other countries, Paris has always been indulgent toward lovers. The waiting rooms in railway stations, public squares, the Jardin du Luxembourg and the Jardin des Tuileries are always classic meeting places for lovers. Rue de Lappe became the favorite street for pimps, where many popular dance halls sprung up, such as the Quarter Saisons Dance Hall. If Brassai was to capture Paris truthfully, it would be necessary for him to depict scenes of love and endearment. The mirror in this photograph also brings about a sense of romanticism and elegance. It creates harmony in the photograph with the back side of their loving glance at each other." This photograph is titled Magic City Gay Ball from 1931. This was the last of the big homosexual balls at Magic City. Quoting Brassai, "The cream of Parisian inverts was to meet there, without distinction as to class, race, or age." This photograph adds to the diversity that Brassai was able to capture during his documentations of Paris at night. Most of Brassai's works focused on the human condition. He is able to capture this place where people can cross genders and seek the pleasure they desire. Everything about this photograph is true to the nature of the environment in which the individuals are engaging. This photograph is titled Kiki in a Bar in Montparnasse from 1930. Kiki earned her living by posing for painters and exemplified classical beauty. She radiated seductiveness and was very immodest. Quoting Brassai, "She became the undisputed queen of that kingdom of freedom and frankness that was Montparnasse at its height. No one symbolized the quarter's nonconformity better than this delicious figurehead of independence. Thus, for 20 years, Kiki's name was spread throughout the world, forever associated with the magic name of Montparnasse." Of course, Brassai would capture the clear embodiment of the world he was documenting. He clearly illustrates this queen of society, wearing an outfit adorned with feathers and clearly admired by those around her. The couple to her right are engaged in a kiss, suggesting her effect of a seductive presence.